Greetings, saying good evening, good evening, good evening. Look at this magnificent place. I'm out for a very necessary walk for my health. Very important to practice social distancing, of course, be smart, but it's also very, very important to be in touch with nature on a regular basis. So the topic for today is what is really time and how do we need to be spending it right now? So before we dive into the real science of time, hey guys, let me know where you're watching in from. Let me know. Hello, what up, Marie? Before we dive into the concept of time and the science of time, it's important to relate it back to our lives. So how is currently time being used? I think most people forget that the greatest asset is time, apart from health and love. But when you look at the three limited assets, time, energy, and finance, time is a greater asset than finance. And at the moment, many of us are going through a challenge financially, but we have the equity of time. Time is highly underrated. I don't even think most people are aware, as I teach in my programs. Hey guys, I teach in my programs that there are 168 hours in the week, and most people don't even know that. And those things that we are unconscious of, we can't master or control because we don't know that we don't know. So the first thing to become aware of is that there's 168 hours of the week, and most people live lives of quiet desperation, like Henry David Thoreau used to say, one of my favorite authors. He said that most people don't even know. And so the first thing to realize now is that you have time, more time, and become conscious of potentially how you're spending the 168 hours that you've been blessed with every single week. So much of it is done in energies that don't serve us, stress, frustration. I for myself can realize now, running from country to country, city to city, plane to plane, tour to tour, event to event, is incredible, powerful, and beautiful, but now I'm more present. And that's really the truth of time. Listen to some of the work of Eckhart Tolle. If you know Eckhart Tolle, give me a thumbs up. There is no time. Time in the essence of reality is so-called illusions. But of course it's relevant to us because we are having a three-dimensional, this physical experience as a soul. Wow, look at that. By the way, that there is powerful stuff. Very powerful stuff. So connect with Mother Nature. Yeah, so time in its essence is an illusion. So it's when we are living in a physical experience, we're living in what's called a three-dimensional world, the height, the width, and the depth, which is the physical things that we can touch and we can see. But within that expression of the physical self, I'm just going to stop here with the moon because this is beautiful. Within the expression of the physical self, there is a field of divine intelligence. It's called the quantum field in science, which makes up 99.9% of who we really are. And in that sense, in that space, in that energy, frequency, and vibration, there is no time. The soul is not bound by space or time. So first things first, get clear on how you're spending your time, get clear on what time really is, get clear on how much more of that asset you currently have and how you wish to consciously invest it. Be present with your family, close the laptop down a bit early, connect with Mother Earth, ground down, and understand that you're not really bound by space or time. And so the only thing and the only truth of time is really now. There is no other now. By the time it is the future, it's now again, right? So when we recognize the truth of that, we can begin to train ourselves, condition ourselves to live in the present time conscious moment, which is the only universal truth. Even Einstein said there is no past, there is no future, for eternity is in the now. So how often are you aware that you are aware in the now? Maybe a bit of a tough question for some, but the question is real simple. Can you start to become aware of when you are aware? And when you're aware that you are aware, that's awareness right there. Then you're living in a present time conscious moment. Just count how many times per day you are aware of your breath, for example. That'll be a great start. So how should we be spending our time right now? We should be grounding. We should be meditating. I'm on my way to the beach to do my nighttime meditation just under the moon here. And these are the practices that stand the test of time. The new program that we're rolling out on Wednesday, next Wednesday, the 8th, the 7-week quantum upgrade, is going to teach people these simple but very powerful principles of building such structures into our lives. Building these principles that stand the test of time into our lives so we can continue to live not just in the moment. That's one of the 8 areas. So know that you have more time. The more present you are, the more time dissolves. Look at children. Children don't have a concept of time. They're just in the now. That is the truth. That is the truth of reality. That is the truth of the universe. So let's do that. Let's become aware of how we're currently spending our time, 168 hours. If you want, I do this regularly every 12 weeks. I write down exactly how many hours I'm spending cooking, cleaning, blah, 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 blah. And now when you view that and it adds up to, 168 hours a week, you can simply look at it and ask yourself the question, which of these things that I've been doing am I really passionate about? It's a very important question to ask. Which one is true to my soul? I always say nothing of the senses will ever satisfy the soul. So therein lies the opportunity to objectify. Ooh, we're in the darkness. To understand, to observe, and to create the life that is the life that you want to live, the conscious life. Life aligned with your soul, a state of unconditional love. All right, guys, hope that's helped. Of course, if you're liking it, you must share it. We are leaders, not followers. Share this message for those who are living in stressful times, to be able to just ground and become aware of the now, become aware of our breath, and become present. Because when you're present and the mind slows down is when you open up the other 95% of the brain that we haven't even started using yet. So if you understand the power of that, it's time to start the practice. All right, share this video. Love you guys. Any questions, drop some comments below. Time for me to get heavily meditated. Namaste. P.S. Stay tuned. Dr. ETV coming soon. That's going to be awesome. Awesome, awesome. Love you guys. Take care.